Huge earthquake hit the Northeast today. Felt in Jersey, rumbled all the way through Philly. People are saying that they heard it, that they felt it. Some people are saying that they didn't hear it, that they didn't feel it. But this is what's going on with the earthquake that was felt. We know the earthquake happened over in Taiwan recently. But this is what happened. 4.8 earthquake or magnitude earthquake over in New Jersey, New York, and felt over in Philly. Check it out.
Adam Klotz is in the Weather Center. I believe that he might be able to join us. Adam, are you there?
Hey guys, yeah, I am here. I also didn't feel it. I feel like I was missing out on that. We do have a couple of graphics when these sort of things do happen. This is the location just outside of New York City. It's part of the Ramapo fault system. It's the longest crack in the Earth's surface on the eastern side of the country. And when earthquakes do happen, as we know, it's very rare. But this is it has typically been the spot that they have happened. This one was at our current look. Oh, getting ahead of myself here. Let me go back for you guys. At our current look, this one is a 4.7 magnitude, and it was located just half a mile down, which is incredibly shallow as far as these things go, which is why so many people felt it. Like you, I didn't feel it here in the building, but I have friends who've been texting far out into Brooklyn who felt this. Some folks up in Princeton, New Jersey also felt it. So it's really shallow. It's part of a fault system that is really long. It doesn't move very often, but when it—
Y'all felt it down in Maryland as well? Only Bree? The one and only Bree? Y'all felt it down in Maryland?
Does happen. This is typically where these happen here across the Northeast. And I do think that shallow nature is the reason that we've seen so many people reporting and texting and calling so far this morning.
Adam, I wanted to ask you about that a little bit more. So we were just talking about the earthquake in Japan was much deeper at 21 miles.
Taiwan.
I said Japan, sorry,
okay.
In Taiwan. Was 21 miles below. So this one you're saying is much more shallow, relatively speaking, and that's why people felt it?
Yeah, this one is incredibly shallow. The most of the ones we get are closer to what you see there in Taiwan. This was really shallow. It's not a huge number, but for this part of the country, this is a big number. And it is the shallowness. Obviously, the closer you are to the surface, it takes a smaller shake for us all to notice it. And this is, from what it appears, at least in these initial reports, was a very shallow earthquake.
Yeah, Adam, thank you so much. Get back to work there. We'll get back to you momentarily on the phone.
Not get back to work. Hey, get back to work there, buddy. He over there correcting her. He corrected her speech. He said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, not Japan, Taiwan." "Oh, I'm sorry, Taiwan." He said, "Adam, hey, you get back to work there, buddy, and you get it going."
John Abel, a professor and research scientist at the Weston Observatory. Sir,
he must make the most money in there.
Thank you for jumping on the phone. It's early in this story. Should people expect more tremors to follow, or how often do you get a one and done, sir?
For an earthquake this large, I would expect there to be aftershocks that would be felt by people living within few miles, perhaps a few tens of miles of the epicenter. If there are larger aftershocks, say magnitude 3 to 3.5, and under normal circumstances, 3.5 would be about the largest aftershock that we would expect to see, with the most frequent aftershocks occurring within the next, say, 24 or 48 hours, but progressively decaying number of aftershocks after that.
Okay.
Let me see something. Let me see what the people on the streets are saying.
So I'm told now that we have Elijah Westbrook. Elijah Westbrook. Hey, look at this. Wow, we aren't messing around. So Elijah, first off, where were you and did you...
You know you the person that make way more money when you ain't got to be in the streets. Hey, he was sitting in this chair like, look how he's sitting in this chair. Hey, what we gonna go over? Oh, Elijah, I see you over there, buddy. Hey, what's going on? Elijah must be new to the station, or one of the rookies in the station, and so Elijah got to be out there hitting the streets. He over there got his tie down, chill, slow motion. He got to sit up in his chair when it's time for him to go live. Hey, Elijah. You tell us what's happening out there on the ground, buddy.
Messing around. So Elijah, first off, where were you and did you feel it?
I sure did, John. Good morning to you. Right now, we are live in New Brunswick, New Jersey. We were sent out here on an unrelated story, and as I walked inside one of the buildings and then got into my car, the car started shaking. It started swaying, and at first I thought it was just the wind was blowing because it did feel a little windy out here. You know, when you get those normally strong gusts of wind, next thing I know, I see emails and text messages coming in from some startled folks saying, "Did you feel that? Did you feel that?" And someone who actually did feel that is Jill here. She's a student at Rutgers University.
Oh, Jill might be getting sauced up. I think Jill like what's the boy's name over here? I think Jill like him. North Face jacket. I think Jill is feeling North Face jacket. Okay, hold on, Elijah. It's Elijah. All right, Black Tony. Let's see if Jill got a relevant story if she just wanted to be on air with Elijah.
Jill, thank you so much for being live on the show right now to talk about this earthquake. It was a 4.8 magnitude earthquake. What did you experience moments ago?
Tell us, Jill.
So I was laying in my bed, and my whole apartment building just started shaking. And I freaked out. I was like, what's happening? I've never felt an earthquake before in my life, so it was very scary. My whole bed shook, everything shook.
Wow. And
Wow, Jill. Wow. That's crazy. Was you safe? Was you safe? Did you have somebody next to you to keep you safe? That's what I would ask her. Yeah, you have something about somebody next to you to keep you safe? Okay, Jill. All right, Jill. What was the first thing that you did? What did you grab? Who did you grab? I didn't have anybody next to me. I didn't have nobody coming to me, Elijah. Nothing happened. Oh, wow. Jill. Next time that things get a little bit shaky over there, give me a call. Next time that things get a little bit shaky, no pun intended, give me a call.
What were you thinking when that was going on? I mean, did you think earthquake at first?
No, I thought I was in a dream, honestly. I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, it's definitely quite startling. And like I said just moments ago, I was sitting inside the news truck, and the truck started swaying. I thought it was gusts of wind. Apparently, I guess and John, correct me if I'm wrong here, the proper terminology for the magnitude, I know it was a 4.8, and it was felt, I believe, in Lebanon, New Jersey. I guess that was the epicenter, essentially. Right. And again, correct me if I'm wrong on the terminology. Okay, so 4.8, Lebanon, New Jersey.
Now, the next thing we're going to worry about is how deep was it, and we talk about prime.
How deep was it? Let me ask Jill. Hey, Jill, how deep do you think that it was?
Primary wave, secondary wave. But
right.
So, Elijah, everybody's talking about it, right? Everywhere you go. I mean, people,
everyone
it's
is talking about it, including Jill. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's very, startling. So what are your friends saying? What are other?
Now they getting handsy.
Yeah, it's very, startling. So what are your friends saying? What are other people saying about what they experienced?
My whole family group chat actually was blowing up my phone saying, what was that? Was that an earthquake? Then my friend from Delaware texted me and said that she felt it too. Everyone was feeling it.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, what was that?
Yeah, so it's not just here in New Jersey, of course, portions of New York State, New York City. We're also getting reports people in Pennsylvania and I believe Massachusetts possibly may have felt that. So we're looking at least the northeast corridor, if you will, here. Jill, thank you so much. If we can just have you on standby in this area until...
Let me get you on standby, Jill. Jill, stand right here on standby. We want to keep talking to you. Let me go ahead and finish this up. I'll take care of it. Hey, cameraman, pan over to camera 3, and me and Jill's going to finish this conversation because I want to know exactly what happened when this earthquake hit. Did it shake? Did it rumble? Did it rattle? And did it roll?
We get back to you, but John and everyone else watching at home right now, certainly some startling moments out here in New Brunswick.
Let's see if there's anybody else that got any relevant stories or if this was just an anomaly that happened over on the Northeast. Jesus Christ.
Nina Pineda on the phone now.
Oh, good.
Who felt it and called us right away. So, Nina, where are you? What did it feel like where you are?
Hi, guys. I'm in Bergen County, and the dog started barking like bloody murder and ran outside, and then everything started shaking. I don't know if you can see my picture here. This is one of our plants on the back porch.
Oh, it tipped over.
Oh, we just lost it, but hopefully we can get it back.
And I have my neighbor here, Rozzy. I'm going to have him tell you he was out walking his dog.
Okay, we
and,
got it back.
Rozzy is was the the Turkish bureau chief of the UN. Yeah. And what did you feel, and where were you?
Yeah, I was just walking my dog, and I was having my morning sugar, and he suddenly started pulling me violently. And I didn't figure out what was going on. Actually, I felt a little bit strange, but I thought it was either he was pulling me or I was having my cigar. It gave me some dizziness. But then it was something strange. But then a minute later, I kept receiving messages, earthquake.
Yeah.
I thought just dog got violent and he was just pulling me, but apparently he was scared. Of the shaking, but I thought because he was pulling me, I got confused. But I find out later it was an earthquake.
I felt a lot of shaking, guys, like the vases and all the stuff on the outside, and then this one just knocked over and broke. I guess from the tremors, but I couldn't believe how long it went on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm tired of all of the echoing back and forth and all of that stuff. So listen, it sounds like that it was a significant earthquake, but that there was no real damage over in New York and New Jersey, but it was felt all the way in Philadelphia and apparently over in Baltimore. Hopefully everybody is safe. We're blessed. We're incredibly blessed not to be experiencing some of the same things that they're experiencing over in Taiwan. I was also thinking about it when they had the earthquake over in Taiwan, because, with me building some of the properties that I'm building, and I was recently able to acquire, and then I go into closing next week. It's crazy. I go into closing right before my birthday next week. Let me give myself a round of applause. I go into closing next week because I guess maybe it's a birthday present to myself. I've been able to acquire commercial land for my upcoming compound. So I'm very, very excited about that. But I was thinking about the different requirements and the building codes and all of the permits that you got to pull. A lot of that stuff is supposed to be here to protect us, so that we don't have the inspectors and all of that. It's so that we don't have massive devastation when we have simple earthquakes like this. You know what I'm saying? Having shallow earthquakes, and the fact that they're over there reeling in Taiwan and they still trying to find people, and they had over 70 miners trapped, whereas we don't have some of those same problems over here right now. It's something to be thankful for. You know what I'm saying? Because God is good, and it could be us over there, but it's not us. And the passport bros is down over there in Taiwan. And things are all safe, and everybody is safe, and we don't have to worry about that. So you get to live to see another day, and then make the best out of the one that you got. So shout out to all of the first responders over in the world in Taiwan. I hope everybody is safe, and that family members is found, and that things are still continuing to shape up the way that it's supposed to shape up overseas.